Have you ever had a bad day? Well, I think we've all had them. But what about a really bad day? Have you had one of those? Do you just muddle through and hope tomorrow is better? But what if tomorrow isn't better? What if it's worse? Do you just give up hope? Jamie Fresh shares his wife Molly's unbelievable journey to the brink of death and amazing recovery that has astonished everyone, including her doctors. On March 3rd, 2008, Molly was stricken with a strep throat that entered her bloodstream and threatened her life, leaving Jamie with a difficult decision on what to do. Amidst everything flying out of control, they never gave up hope, and Molly never lost her smile. Upon recalling the horrific trek, it became clear that there were key elements that they learned along the way that enabled them to forget their fears, rely on faith, and focus on their future. Jamie and Molly have taken the key elements they learned on the fly and created a plan to equip you to overcome life's most challenging moments. Their story will warm your heart while equipping you to fly from fear to faith. Our keynote speaker today, Jamie French, DTM.
Good morning. Greetings from the United States, a little more specifically Ohio, a little more specifically District 40, and very specifically the Greenville area, the Can-Do Club Toastmasters. Greetings from all. When I say that it's a real honor and a real privilege to be here today, it's probably not for the reason that you're thinking. Weather intrigues me. I don't know why, but I love the Weather Channel. I watch every forecast. I don't know why. It just is one of those things that fascinates me. Less than a week ago, where I'm from, in Greenville, in a 10-day period, we had 3 blizzards. I left yesterday for a 7-hour trip north with already 2 foot of snow on the ground. My friends and family thought it was nuts. You're going where? See, from where we're from, we are not strangers to bad weather and some snow from time to time. But we have it in our minds that you guys get a lot more than we do. The fact that we drove 7 hours straight north and got less snow, it's the Great White South now, I guess. I'm not really sure, but it intrigued me, it confused me, and I think I'm still a little bit confused today that we have more snow than you. But it is a privilege to be here today. But talking about the snow, I also know that when the Olympics got ready to start, there was some uneasiness about whether there would be snow to do some of the events. Again, being from the States and several hours south, that still kind of confused us. But speaking of the Olympics, we've been following, everyone? Now, I have to admit, I'm a huge Olympics fan. Maybe a little more on the summer side than I am on the winter side, but I am a skier. I appreciate all the events, and it just, some of the events really, really just fascinate me. They really do. But what's really intrigued me about the Olympics And before you throw anything, I do have to say that I noticed the medal count this morning. But you know who has the most gold medals? So I guess what you could say is that the United States, we're really, really good at second and third. So congratulations to all of you. But I guess the real bragging rights will come after sometime later this afternoon. Is that correct? I'm glad I'll be done and well on my way home. Hoping to be across the board. What's really, though, intriguing about that to me is this, is that when Canada wins this afternoon, will it be a good day in Canada? Yes. Will it be a potentially bad day in the States? Maybe. Still silver, right? We'll have those bragging rights of the most medals, but, you know, we got more seconds and thirds than anybody. But what I find to be really interesting about that whole scenario is this. It really does come down to our perception, doesn't it? And our point of view. Regardless of the outcome of the match this afternoon, regardless of the outcome, someone's going to win, someone's going to lose. It's going to be the same game with the same results. One group of people are going to be really, really happy, and another group's not so much. But it was the same exact moment. Two different results. One's going to have a good day, one's going to have a bad day. Let's play a little game. I want you to just sit back for a moment and think about your perfect day. You know the one. The one you would gladly live over and over again if given a chance. You know, like that movie, Groundhog Day. Now that you got it in your mind, just kind of relive it for a minute. Let me tell you about mine, because mine's really simple. It was December 31st, 2003. It was 10 minutes till midnight in the Mayan Riviera, Cancun. I was walking through the powdery white sand, listening to the waves crash against the shore. The stars were enormous. I believe you could have truly plucked them from the sky like an apple from a tree if you really wanted to. But that wasn't the best part. The best part was I was enjoying that moment with my bride of 11 years, holding her soft, warm hand in mine as we awaited the fireworks to let us know that the new year was finally here. It was perfect. Back to yours, though. You got it in your mind? Thinking about that perfect day? Close your eyes for a minute. Just kind of embrace it. Remember the sights, the sounds, everything about it. And now just stop. Stop, because there are no perfect days. But this is good news. Because if there are no perfect days, then that means there are no perfectly bad days. Now, I know what you're thinking to yourself. Well, Jamie, everybody has a bad day from time to time. And a couple of years ago, I would have absolutely agreed with you, touting my own mantra of bad days are just a part of life. So the good ones outnumber the bad ones. You see, that perfect day in Cancun was filled with imperfect moments. Earlier that day, I had spilled coffee on my brand new, white, expensive, matching tourist t-shirt. Molly and I, we had a, let's just say, a violent disagreement earlier in the day over that matching t-shirt. And we had to endure the world's longest timeshare presentation. So some of you have been there. You see, that perfect moment had been ruined by imperfect